Ready?
No.
Morning guys, welcome back to another week in medical school and welcome to my final exam week. So if you've been keeping up with my vlogs, you know that this is my final exam week, and after this we have a 4-month gray zone where we basically have to do some research, we have time for vacation, and we have to take step 1. It's actually insane how fast time has gone. I feel like I just started medical school and now I'm already done with my didactics. So today I have my analytics and medicine exam, which basically covers bioethics, epidemiology, statistics. And tomorrow I have my foundations of clinical practice exam, which covers physical exam skills, talking to patients, screening tools. And then on Friday we have the CBSE, which is basically like a practice step 1 exam. It's only 5 hours long compared to the 8-hour exam, but it's meant to give us like a baseline of where we're sitting right now, so it'll help guide our studying for the next few months. Anyway, I've got my backpack already packed and it's about 8 o'clock right now, so my exam's in about 2 hours, and I think I'm gonna head down to campus to do some studying before the exam, and I think they're also gonna have some things for breakfast, which will be really nice. So yeah, let's head down to campus. Alright guys, so I just got done with my first exam. It was on bioethics, decision-making capacity, statistics, looking at credible medical information, all that kind of stuff. It was okay. I was kind of just stoked to get it over with. I kind of just hurried up and just did my best, but I didn't really get too fixated on any questions. So right now I'm actually heading down to the fire department so I can get badging done, because I've been doing onboarding with them so that I can access some of their databases and records and everything for a research project that I've been working on. And then after that, I think I might meet up with some friends for lunch.
What's up, John?
Alright guys, so I just got home from lunch. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of nice to just unwind with some of my classmates, and while we were there we got our exam scores back and I passed my exam this morning, which is a great start to the week. And so now for the rest of the day I'm going to focus on studying for tomorrow's exam, as well as do some review for the CBSE on Friday. And I think I have some research stuff I have to work on because we have a research meeting tomorrow to talk about a second paper that we're working on. So yeah, I've got my coffee and hopefully today's gonna be a productive day, and yeah, I'll just catch up with you guys tomorrow. Morning guys, happy Tuesday. So I'm absolutely exhausted this morning. I spent like all of yesterday studying for today's exam, as well as doing some review of neurology, and my friend and I stayed up until like 11 o'clock working on a second paper that we're writing, and we got a lot of work done, which is great because after today's exam we have a research meeting to discuss the paper. And after that I actually stayed up until like 1 in the morning because I felt pretty unprepared for today's exam because we had spent like 5 hours writing, and so I definitely stayed up a lot later than I should have, and now I am super tired and my exam's in about 2 hours. So I think I'm just gonna head down to campus now and try to do some studying for the next 2 hours, and then hopefully the exam goes well.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Oh, 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 serves this up her mind to count your blessings, 'cause
All right, so we just got done with our research meeting. First and foremost, yeah, it went really well. The exam this morning was a lot easier than we thought it was gonna be.
Probably our best doctoring exam of the 3.
Definitely. I think everyone like overstudied, and then the exam went quite well. We haven't got our grades back, but it's fine. But anyway, we just had a research meeting, like we said, on the second paper that we're working on, which is already going way better than the first paper that we did.
This first meeting probably is at the level of progress as like meeting 3 of the previous one. You would say.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this paper is just like moving along way faster, way better. We're already at a good spot. I think we'll be able to like submit for publication at least in the next like
week, 10 days.
Yeah, like 2 weeks max. We still have 1 round of edits to go through from today, and then by next week we should have a pretty good copy that we can send out to the editors and then submit for publication. Yeah. So super exciting, a lot of good work being done, and now the plan for the rest of the day is just to study. Caffeinate and study. We've been focusing on research a lot, which is good, but we have the CBSE on Friday, which is now our only like thing that we have to worry about. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna relax for a little bit, go home, start studying, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Morning guys, happy Wednesday. So DePaul and I spent all of yesterday as well as a little bit of this morning studying neurology. The plan for today is to cover renal, and then tomorrow we'll go over pulmonology, and then we'll take the CBSE on Friday. I know I keep mentioning the CBSE, but just to recap, the CBSE is like a practice step 1 exam. It's only 5 hours long compared to like the 8 hours that the actual exam is, and it's basically our semester final, but it's also the way that our school can assess where we are right now, and it's gonna help guide our studying as we go into the 17-week gray zone. So right now I'm actually about to head over to one of the medical buildings for a quick meeting, and then I'll probably stay there at one of the libraries, do some studying, and then tonight I'll get dinner with friends, and then I'll spend all of tomorrow studying. And so yeah, let's have a productive 2 days. Guys, happy Friday and happy exam day. So I'm about to head to campus. We have our CBSE today, which is a 5-hour exam. I'm honestly pretty nervous, mainly because 5 hours is a long time. I know it's not as long as STEP, but it still requires a lot of stamina, and honestly, I didn't sleep that great last night. I was like tossing and turning a lot. But like I said earlier in this vlog, as well as other vlogs, I'm using this exam to see where I'm at, get a baseline. I'm taking step 1 in exactly 3.5 months, so no matter how I do today, I know that I have a lot of time to prepare. I'm gonna be reviewing for the next like 6 weeks or so, and then I'll do dedicated for 6 weeks. So again, today's a baseline, really just gonna hope I can get through the 5 hours. Anyway, my exam starts in 25 minutes, so let's head down to campus.
Ready? Go.
All right, so we just got done with the CBSE.
5-hour exam.
5-hour exam, completely done. I was exhausted.
By the 3rd section, I think I was just fading.
Literally just ready to get it over with. I honestly just started not even checking my answers. I was just ready to go.
I already know I was marking things there. I wasn't gonna go back and like look at them.
No, exactly. And we only had like less than 1.5 minutes per question. It was like 1 minute and like
15 seconds, I think is how it was.
Per question, yeah. So it was difficult. It was long.
But we're over.
We're tired. We're done. Now we get to just focus on research and studying, like kind of like reviewing for STEP. It's insane. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot.
It hasn't sunk in yet.
Hasn't really sunk in. I still think we're all a little bit tired and a little stressed out, but I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later to tell you guys my overall thoughts. Alright guys, so I am home from my CBSE, aka my final exam, and like DePaul and I said, it was a really long exam. It was 200 questions, which normally our exams are 60 questions, and so it was 4 50-question blocks. We only had like 15 minutes in the middle for a break, and then you also had like time at the end of your blocks. If you had time, I pretty much used all my time every single block though, so it was really long. I was definitely fading like halfway through the exam. Luckily, I was able to have some caffeine with me, but it was still really long, and it was definitely really difficult. At least for me, I noticed I have a lot of gaps in my knowledge. There is a lot that I'm going to have to review over the next few months before I take STEP. But again, I went into this exam knowing that I was going to look at it as a baseline, and now I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where I am and what I have to focus on over the next few months. It still hasn't really sunk in that I'm done with classes. Like, I think I'm just like more exhausted than anything, and I think especially next week when I don't have to like show up to any classes, it's definitely going to sink in. For the rest of the day, I'm actually going to a dinner at an anesthesiologist's house. He's inviting like anyone in the community to come over and talk about anesthesiology and just like meet some of the attendings and other anesthesiologists in town. So I think that'll be really fun, and I think it'll be good for networking. And then later tonight, I'm actually going out with a bunch of my classmates to celebrate and just have a good time. What is going to be different over the next few weeks is now I don't really have school to vlog about. I'm not going to like campus and stuff as often. I don't have like assignments and like exams to study for. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with these weekly vlogs, because I feel like I just figured out my vlogging style. Like the last few weeks, I feel like my vlogs are kind of like where I want them to be and how I like them. And now I'm going to have to like change things up. So if you guys have recommendations on what you guys want to see over the next few months, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'm definitely going to have a video up next week talking a little bit more about my schedule over the next few months, as well as my plans with this channel. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. But as always, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in another week of medical school, and thank you for following along on this entire journey with me. It's been about 1.5 years now, which is absolutely nuts, and I really appreciate all of you guys for coming along with me. Anyway, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
No.